It was at this point that I noticed my shadow. We're moving on from Caymar in Anglesey to Mini Dawn in Harlech, which is a seaside resort and community in the north of Wales in the county of Gwynedd. Busy along here, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's the main bit down to the beach, plus there's a school there.
Oh, that would explain it. Well, we've arrived, we've settled in. Now it's time to get the washing on. We haven't done it since we've came out to Wales. We've got the washing bag. We'll go and get that done. We've been given a code by the reception to get into the washing room.
Your socks are in these.
Oh, socks. Don't put them in.
Well, exactly.
You need to find them now, won't you?
Well, I've got one pair, so if we find another... Did you only put one pair in the wash?
Aye, there's only one pair in.
No, there's two pair.
My boot socks are wool and need to be washed by hand. But there's a problem. The plug chain just doesn't seem to reach. Meanwhile, Trish is getting a hand with how to work the washing machine.
Try that one.
That's one off now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, so you want to do whatever you get, and then you should pull it out.
Pull it out.
It's just not doing that.
I've moved on to the second sink, and this time the plug chain is just the right length. So I'm giving my socks a good scrubbing. Time for a quick rinse. And then just wring them out. While we're waiting for the washing machine to finish, we'll go for a quick walk through the campsite. The washing's finished, so Trish is just taking out the machine and throwing it into the tumble dryer. So while we're waiting on that, we'll go and play with Kira for a while. We don't put my socks in the tumble dryer. They get hung up alongside any t-shirts that are transfer printed.
Now you want a beer in the fridge?
Aye, go on then.
Right, well pass me in the wee brown bag.
There you go. That's the supplies. You got it?
Yeah.
Just anyone will do. Hello, you. I've not got anything. No, I haven't got anything. No crumbs, no bread, no crackers. Oh, maybe we've got something for you. Here you go. It's all right.
Here you go. Kira.
Kira.
Right. Stay.
For the rest of the evening, we just sat outside the van relaxing, eating our evening meal, and I tried to finish a bit more of that book I've been reading since 2016. The breadcrumbs are trying to tempt the little pigeon back, but he never did show. I think he learned his lesson. It's morning, and we're off for a walk into Harlech. It's been raining overnight, and there's a few puddles around. The statue of the eagle is called Eryri, meaning to rise. The walk takes us past the campsite next door where we see this impressive looking dragon. It's called Dewi. That's Welsh for David, after the patron saint of Wales. As we head into town, it's getting warm and time to get the sunglasses on.
We're in Harlech today, and one thing that Harlech is famous for, apart from the castle, is it holds a Guinness World Record for the world's steepest street. We're actually not on that street. This is a 25% gradient. In Harlech it's 37.5. You got your climbing shoes?
Well, I think I'll need a grappling hook or something.
So we're going to give it a go when we get there. We'll let you know how we got on.
Yeah, and this is just coming into Harlech at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, 25% this one.
Yeah.
Some of the cars have struggled up this one.
The road goes round this bend here. Good view of the castle. That's actually where we're going before we tackle the world's steepest street. And it feels like I'm on it already, but I'm not. Look, this one is a mere 20%.
25?
No, it says not 25, it says here 20, or at least this part of it is 20. 20% slope, 1 in 5. Oh, I'm so looking forward to the steepest one. We're coming up to the statue of Bendigeidfran, who in Welsh mythology was a giant and also the King of Britain. He's on horseback, carrying the body of his dead nephew, who was killed in battle with the King of Ireland. We've not booked, but we would like to get in to see Harlech Castle.
Good morning. Do you have a booking at all?
No.
Okay, we can do walking admissions.
Okay.
Currently, we've had to close access to the walk around the ramparts because they're doing some work in the castle. But as a consequence, just basically buy one get one free for admission. If you're happy with that.
Harlech Castle is built on a rocky outcrop close to the Irish Sea. The castle was built by Edward I during his invasion of Wales between 1282 and 1289. At the time it was built, the sea would have came right up to this rock face. Inside the castle there's a feeling of it being a very safe place, and many would have taken refuge here during the 13th to 17th centuries when there were several wars in this area. Nowadays the ruined castle is managed by the Welsh Government's Historic Environment Service as a tourist attraction. And it's great to see that the place is dog friendly. It means we can take our four-legged friends along with us. The castle dominates the skyline in Harlech, and it's part of their heritage that the Welsh are very proud of. Hello. Is it a bit warm for you today,
You get a prize if you guess his name.
Rolf.
His brother was called Fergal.
Frankie.
I was trying to just trick his name's Arthur.
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 Wherever that came from.
Good one though.
It is. It sort of suits him.
Yeah.
A regal hair, don't you?
Yeah, good boy. Well, he's got shoes on.
Yeah, he drags his feet up on them.
Right.
Stop his pads scraping too much.
It was at this point that I noticed my shadow. In future, I must make sure that my selfie stick is packed well and truly away into my bum bag. Come on.
Thank you.
From this viewing point in the castle grounds, we can see for miles, including right across to the campsite and the hills beyond. We're trying to spot Maggie in the campsite. It's far away, so it's very difficult. But, at last, we do manage to spot her. The little pop top just sticking up above that static caravan. We're moving on from the castle now. Time for a spot of lunch at the Wilderness Cafe.
How's your ploughmans? Are you struggling a bit there?
The sandwiches aren't properly cut through, so they're kind of joined together
Oh, right,
a little
okay.
bit. Good though.
Is it? It looks really nice. I like how they serve it on a wee wooden platter, eh?
Yeah.
I love these wooden platters. And how's your beer? Your Snowdon beer?
It's quite tangy,
Is it? Was it tangy?
citrusy, very nice.
Alright, it's maybe got a bit of grapefruit or something in.
Possibly.
Aye. My Welsh cider's really nice.
It looks good.
Yeah. That's the first time I've had normal cider in
Okay.
quite a while. So on this holiday you forgot your tripod.
My tripod, yeah.
How are you managing
Forgot
without it?
Well, I've really missed my tripod. You know, especially for some of the walking by shots that we do.
Yeah.
It means that we can both get in the shot. And I've only got a little mini tripod, which is probably about the same size as this pint.
So
So
how are you overcoming it?
I've just had to balance it on walls or posts. Anything that I can find, I balance it on. But you do have to watch, because remember we were at the suspension bridge in Bettysacoyad. Nearly fell on my backside.
Is that because it was bouncing?
Well, no, it was. I propped the camera up on, I think it was some tree roots and things, and then I had to climb down the back bank. Nearly fell on my backside. But I seem to be getting by.
I wish I'd seen that. I would have caught that on camera.
It is on camera.
Huh? No. What else you forgotten?
I've forgotten my beard trimmer.
Well, I'm not happy about that because you know I didn't like your beard getting too long.
So by the end of this holiday,
No. You're going to look like Santa Claus?
aye, probably.
No.
We're just going to pop into the castle gift shop. Hi. Oh, careful. She gets too excited.
I've got a fizzler, don't worry.
Oh, have you? You'll know all about it then. Oh, they're called love spoons, Welsh love spoons, yeah. So that's why the hearts are on them.
That's a kiwi dragon.
And as you'd expect in Wales, dragons. Dragons. And lots of more dragons. Next up, some ice cream. Yep, we do love our ice cream. I'm having Merlin flavour. It's like a Welsh cream liqueur, a bit like Bailey's. It's good.
I'm having white chocolate. Made here in Harlech, and we got wee Welsh flags.
And what about Kira?
Here's having some utterly mutterly. Bet you and she will sit.
Again. You're getting spoilt in this holiday, Kira, with all this utterly mutterly.
Look at her face.
Eh?
Kira, look at her face. There's ice cream all over it. Look.
Well, we've been putting it off, but no more excuses. Time to take on the world's steepest street. Right, we may need to put the brakes on as we go down here. What does that say? Oh,
Unsuitable for motors.
it's called Ford Penlec. Again, not sure if that's the correct pronunciation for that, but it is very, very steep. You just feel your feet running away and you start getting a little bit faster and faster. Actually takes us round the back of the castle. You can see it there. It just seems to twist and turn all the way down, doesn't it? Snakes its way down.
Hiya.
Hi there.
Oh, it's alright, it's okay. She'll not bother.
I think this is the steepest bit.
Yeah.
Imagine coming up here in winter.
Well, it's one way you've got to go down the way. Imagine going down it in winter
Yeah.
and skidding into the wall.
I feel myself leaning back, really leaning back.
Yeah.
And this has got to be the steepest curve. Taking tiny little baby steps. We made it. Next stop, the beach?
Yeah, we'll give Kira some ball play.
Aye. The walk to the beach takes us past the campsite. There's double yellow lines on the road, and there's an area marked out, making a lane for pedestrians. Now, if you've ever seen a relay race, you'll have seen them passing the baton. Well, that's what we sometimes do with the camera. And here's a smooth changeover coming up. Yep, we saved valuable seconds there. Kira keeps running ahead. She just knows that there's a lot of fun ahead. I'm flying midge over the sand dunes, when suddenly I hear some commotion coming from the beach, and it's Trish. She's in some trouble. Immediately I fly midge over as fast as I can to see what's wrong. Trish has been stung by a wasp on the foot, and she's bathing it in the sea to see if the salt water will help. Midge moves in close to fend off any other would-be attackers. Poor Trish, she has a swollen foot and it's a 20-minute walk back to the campsite. Kira's giving her some sympathy, and maybe she needs a shower too. Where did the wasp get you then?
Just at the corner of my toe there.
It's been really sore, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean it was a wee wasp, but oh my lord.
Did it help when you got your foot up?
Nah.
No help?
Nah, it's just a shooting. It feels like my toe's poisonous and it's like throbbing.
Oh. Oh, you'll be alright tomorrow. We'll be moving on, but once you've taken Kira for her walk, and then you'll be alright to drive, won't you? Yeah, she'll be fine. If you liked this one, give us a thumbs up, maybe subscribe if you haven't, and you'll see us on the next one.